Hello and welcome to the Webcast for Wednesday, February 5th. I'm South Ops meteorologist Jonathan O'Brien. Visible satellite this morning shows mostly cloudy skies away from the deserts as a weather system continues to affect the region. The radar is showing some rain out there as well, but it's pretty light stuff. Even though many of us are seeing some rain this morning, the rainfall rates are very low, and we're generally heading into a little bit of a break in the weather later today into early tomorrow. But long story short for today's forecast, we do remain in a very unsettled pattern, and wet weather is going to be the general theme through the end of this week. Expect mainly just light and scattered shower and drizzle type activity through most of today and into Thursday morning, with even some periods of dry weather possible as well. But then another round of steadier and heavier precipitation will develop through the day on Thursday and into at least early Friday, before gradually tapering off later Friday and Friday night. And like with the last round of steadier rain, this next round will also be heaviest over central California. In terms of rainfall totals, it's a little tough to break down since we're right in the middle of the event. Here's an approximate look at expected additional rainfall through Friday night, so not including what has already fallen. The lower and flatter terrain of central California will receive rainfall in the range of an additional 1 to 2 inches, except less than an inch in the San Joaquin Valley. For the Sierra and the Big Sur coast, totals will be in the realm of an additional 3 to 5 inches. So far, most foothills and mountains of central California have seen about 1 to 3 inches of liquid equivalent precipitation, with some localized higher totals. Heading further south, the south-facing foothills and mountains of Los Angeles, Ventura, and Santa Barbara counties will receive about an additional 1 to 3 inches of rain through Friday, with lesser totals in the valleys. Flooding risks should be fairly low on recent burn scars since precipitation rates will be pretty gradual in those areas. And south of Los Angeles County, totals will be mainly less than 1 inch, highest in the foothills, and mainly half an inch or less for most of Orange and San Diego counties. So there is quite a bit of geographic variation, but again, by and large, wet weather is the theme pretty much across the board. The snow level will remain mostly above 7,000 feet through Thursday, but lower to closer to 6,000 feet by Thursday night and Friday. Significant additional snowfall, likely several feet, is expected for the High Sierra, but there will be little or no snowfall over the Southern California mountains due to the combination of the relatively high snow levels and also much less precipitation to the south. Periodic south to west winds of 20 to 30 miles per hour with gusts to 50 miles per hour and locally higher will also continue across the mountains, deserts, and the central coast through Friday night. As we head into the weekend, our strong troughing pattern from this week is replaced by more of a weak troughing pattern over the west, which should allow dry weather to build in for the Saturday through Monday time frame. But it does look like we've gotten ourselves into a pretty relentless Pacific troughing pattern, and models are now honing in on another strong trough moving into the west by the middle of next week. So it should be a pretty nice weekend overall. It'll be seasonably cool, here are Saturday's forecast highs, but dry weather, light winds, and a good deal of sunshine can be expected both Saturday and Sunday. But we'll watch that next system by the middle of next week. It's still early with that one, but the early model runs are pretty robust with that one, so definitely something to keep an eye on given we do still have a lot of flooding concerns with the recent burn scars. Of course, the good news with all this is that we continue to bring much-needed moisture to the region. Nothing we've seen so far is particularly remarkable. We're entering into what's typically our wettest time of the year, so we should expect to be seeing these periodic storms. But this moisture should continue to induce green-up and live fuel moisture increases across the region, and at this point it's safe to say we've entered into a pretty typical wintertime state where background fire danger will likely remain at very low levels for at least several weeks to come. That's it for today's webcast. Thanks for joining us. The next one will be on Thursday, February 6th.